Although fat acceptance is a great movement for some people in terms of accepting that some people are overweight and they still have a right to be loved, to be happy, and so on, it shouldn't just be accepted and tolerated to the extent of allowing a child to get to this point, to the point where they actually die from it. Coach Greg, and the controversy on this one is strong. Parents were charged with the death of their 16-year-old daughter from, guess what? Morbid obesity. That's right, charged in court for allowing their daughter to become so overweight, obese, fat, call it what you will, that the kid eventually died. And you might be thinking,
you don't die from just being overweight.
Well, no, it's from complications associated with being morbidly obese. When you're really overweight, hard on the body, hard to live, and chances are you will live a shorter life. And in this case, sadly, it ended with the death of their daughter at only 16 years of age. The child had spina bifida, which is a problem with the spine. My grandmother had 2 kids born with spina bifida. They didn't make it very long. Typical life expectancy, somewhere in the 30s. So although she had spina bifida, she shouldn't have died such an early death, and she was morbidly obese. And so the parents were negligent in allowing their daughter to get this far overweight. Calories in, calories out. She wouldn't have gotten this obese if their parents had not allowed them to continue to overeat. And so the official charge, as stated in the article, is they've been charged with gross negligence, manslaughter, and causing or allowing the death of a child or vulnerable person. It is alleged that the pair failed to ensure Miss Titford's dietary needs were met, leading to morbid obesity. And so they haven't been proven guilty as of yet. They would have to prove that it's what the parents did or allowed their daughter to do that led to this morbid obesity. And I'm sure the defense is going to say,
it's genetics. They couldn't do anything. It's not their fault. They could have ate nothing and they'd still be obese.
But we all know you can't break the laws of thermodynamics. It's calories in, calories out. And so if you're morbidly obese, you must have literally eaten yourself that way. And so I previously made a post, also made a YouTube video saying obesity is a choice. I know it's a hard pill to swallow, but obesity is a choice. Defense is going to say,
no choice. Nothing could have been done. No way. It was out of their hands. You cannot charge the parents because, genetics.
Does anyone think that the parents had no control over the daughter's ability to gain or lose weight? You are not born morbidly obese. You get that way by over-consuming calories. And so if you have a child and you feed the child as much food as it wants, whenever it wants, chips, ice cream, pizza, eat what you want, and they keep gaining weight, is that not abuse? Is that not abuse in the same way that if your kid said,
I want to drink alcohol, give me a bottle of vodka, I want some cigarettes, drugs, give it to me.
And you allow it. You say,
yeah, sure, it's okay.
Is it okay? Or is it child abuse? My personal opinion, and it's the opinion of my own, I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying I know more than anyone else. I'm saying if a parent has a child who's morbidly obese, it's that parent's fault. The kids are too young to know better. A baby, a child does not know that it should not overconsume Haagen-Dazs and chips. They don't know. It's a parent's responsibility to know. If you bring a child into this world, it is your duty to protect that child. And if you know that overfeeding your child causes obesity and that he could die from it, is that not abuse? And even if you don't know, is it not still abuse? Even if you don't know. And that's not all, because as you know, exercise helps to burn off calories. So if you're exercising, it might in fact undo the damage of an improper diet. However, the charge also states, nor did they ensure she got enough exercise, was in a hygienic condition, had a safe and hygienic environment, her physical health was maintained, or that reasonable medical help was sought. So if you have a morbidly obese child, you give them whatever food they want, feed them as much as you want, maybe even force feed.
You have to finish your meal. You need to have your dessert.
And you don't make them exercise ever, and you don't have a safe environment hygienically.
You don't have to wash, brush your teeth, whatever.
And you don't bring them to the doctor saying,
hey, my child's 100 pounds overweight, 200 pounds overweight. Can we do something about it?
Is that not your fault? It's the parent's responsibility to raise their child properly. If you're walking down the street and you got a 3-year-old and you don't hold their hand and they run across the street because you're not looking at them, because you're on your phone texting, is that not your fault? Are you not responsible for your child? And so this is not the first time. I've seen this before, and it never happens in North America. I've never seen it happen in my country of Canada, charged like this. Never seen it in the United States, but I've seen it in UK more than once. When I was in university, I remember the same story, and I debated back then. I'm debating it now. I think it should be illegal in all countries to allow your child to be morbidly obese. The problem is, where do we draw the line? That line in the sand that says you allowed them to gain too much weight or not. Is it 300 pounds at age 16? 200 pounds at age 10? 125 pounds at age 5? Where is the line? Is it a BMI score above 50? Anyone that does that, you're breaking the law? You can't let them? Or is it on a case-by-case basis? Some people's genetics are better than others. Some people can be 100 pounds overweight and not really in danger of dying. Others, only 50 pounds overweight. Bad. They're diabetic. They have to be more careful. So where will we draw the line?
Oh, but they've already lost their daughter. Isn't that punishment enough?
Imagine the sadness of these parents. And I absolutely, truly believe that they are distraught, that they can't believe this, that they hate it, that they didn't wish this. However, does it make it okay that they were negligent, that they allowed this to happen? And do we not need to set an example so that other parents don't do the same thing to act as a deterrent? You're driving 100 miles an hour on the freeway and lose control, hit into a car, kill people in the other car. You didn't mean it. It was an accident. Isn't it punishment enough that you kill those other people? No. Pretty sure their families aren't thinking,
Yeah, it's punishment enough that you feel bad.
So something has to be done. And so you can see, although fat acceptance is a great movement for some people in terms of accepting that some people are overweight and they still have a right to be loved, to be happy, and so on, it shouldn't just be accepted and tolerated to the extent of allowing a child to get to this point, to the point where they actually die from it. That is negligence, at least in my opinion. And I'm not saying I'm right. I'm not saying that you can't debate me. And I'm sure there's going to be strong opinions from both sides. Parents of morbidly obese children are going to say,
I'm not abusive. It's not my fault. Genetics. Coach Greg, you're mean.
I'm just saying what I think. If you have a morbidly obese child, you need to do something about it. Not should do something about it, need to do something about it. It's your obligation as a parent. Your kids can't time travel back in time and choose the right parents who don't let them overeat and become morbidly obese. It's on you. You chose to have kids, not them. They did not choose to have you as your parents. And so if you have kids, do something about it. Low-calorie dense foods. Keep the junk food out of the house. Don't let them eat anything and everything that they want. Teach them, educate them on what a healthy diet looks like. And if you don't know yourself, find a way to teach them.
I'm gonna do this with one hand, so I only get like one dirty. You just kind of like play with it. You can use two hands. Your kids will love this if you have kids.
You don't have to be a genius. You don't need to know all the answers yourself. There's something called Google, YouTube videos, nutritionists, dietitians. There are teachers who can explain these things, teach you how to teach your kids. And it's not just the diet. Exercise is also paramount. It is your job to find exercise that they will do. They don't want to do it. Too bad. Too bad. You have to do it. Find them something you will enjoy. Do it with them. Make it fun. Find a way.
No, Coach Ray, you don't have any kids. You can't force your kids to exercise. You can't force your kids to eat healthy.
Yes, you can. They have to go to bed. They have to brush their teeth. They have to go to school. You can force them to do that. You can force them to eat healthy and exercise. And so let me know in the comment section, should it be illegal, against the law, to allow your children to become morbidly obese? Should it be a parent's responsibility? Or is it just genetics? Nothing you can do. It's not up to the parents. That bad genetics, eat what you want, do what you want. Which is it? Should it be illegal? What should the laws be? Should it be a fine? Jail time? What do you do? I'm not saying I have the answers, but I do believe that parents must ensure their children do not become morbidly obese. It's part of raising your children properly. Just like how you wouldn't allow a 6-year-old to go outside all night and do whatever they want.
Come back what you want. Here's $20. Go have fun. Come back in a week. See ya.
You're 6. Just like that is not okay, I believe it's the same thing allowing a child to become morbidly obese. And remember, I'm not saying my opinion is right and yours is wrong. I just want to read the comments. I want to read your opinions. See, have a debate, friendly debate. No get mad, no freaking out. We all have the right to an opinion, and let me read it. Ending it here. GregDoucette.com for coaching. Greg Doucette, IFBB Pro. Please watch one of the bloopers. Also, harder than last time supplements, including turkesterone, G-Shred Fat Burner, the Seco Protein Bar, the Diet Bar. Subscribe and click the freaking bell button right now. Click the bell button, get notified. Comment for the algorithm, as I said. And until next time, I am out.